Hello, Jordan. How are
Hey
you?
Kieran, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm very good. I've got a very high projection, and I'll tell you why. That's with I think that's with me doing my trades, but that's all good. That's
Yeah,
all good. I'm feeling happy with my top 7%. And I jumped up a fair bit in rankings, but you
yeah,
actually bet me this week. Not that we're playing,
yeah,
but you scored a lot higher than me this week.
yeah. I jumped like I think I scored well over 1,700.
Yeah,
Jumped like 3,000 place in the rank.
that's crazy.
Around 5,000th overall now. So very very happy with that.
That is very good. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
7.5. I'm liking my
yeah,
position at the moment. Um,
nice.
I only had 16 players, so I'm surprised I sort of hit that.
Yeah,
And you had, ooh, I think you had 18 or something like that.
yeah. I had
Yeah,
bang on 18, which kind of helped me with my score and everything.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
But that's all right. Yeah, that's all good. So I've got. Let me just do a quick little optimize here.
yep,
2,300
yeah,
with Kelly on the bench,
yeah.
which I
With
think we should
Kelly on
just.
the
We think we
bench.
should start talking about him.
Yeah,
Kelly. Now, I'm actually on the fence. I'm not too sure if he's playing this week. I've
yeah,
been told that he hasn't even been on the airplane with his team to go to Melbourne to play in the
yeah.
MCG, and I'm also not confident in how he's going to play if he has had that injury, or if he's still haven't had a test yet for his injury and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. We definitely will take that with a grain of salt, just
Yeah,
until we probably hear some more news, I suppose. But he did kind of tweak his ankle
yeah,
against Carlton. I think it was in the first quarter.
yep.
Yeah, and obviously spent some time on the bench, but came back on and played the rest of the game.
Mm.
Um, so hopefully signs point to him playing on Sunday, but like you said, we won't know. Yeah, kind of maybe until
Honestly, we probably won't know till Sunday. The GWS
yeah,
will come past and say, "Oh, he's playing or he's not playing," like minutes before the game, and it'll
yeah.
be left like that. So
We were even
my
saying, yeah, he could be a laid out, so we'll have to wait and see.
yeah, yeah, exactly. My plan is to have him on the bench regardless if he plays or not.
So you've got that luxury. Lucky
I've got
you.
that
I don't.
luxury because I don't know. He can score very well.
Oh
But
yeah,
the thing is,
absolutely.
I can't afford to have Oh, I'm the only I'm the person who can afford to not matter if he's playing or not, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
like you're going to burn a trade for him, kind of thing.
exactly.
Mm.
122, 154. He can potentially go huge against Hawthorn as
Yeah,
well.
that's why I want him to play.
Yeah, exactly. if he if he doesn't play, that's big points. That's sort of gone off your team,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
agreed. Absolutely.
I've got some very interesting trades this week, but before we
Yep.
get into it, I've got sort of some people to sort of talk about as well.
Yep.
Um, I'm not too sure, but Bond potentially could be worth the money. If he's going to average 140 from now on, he's an absolute gun. That
Yeah.
being said, that being said, I think he's overdue for a 80 game. And we are talking about he's only scored 100 last year against West Coast. And more importantly, North he scored 55 last year and also scored 82 against North at the start of this year.
Yeah.
When everyone else did great, he scored 82.
Mm,
So I'm waiting for him to score 82 again and pick him up for an absolute steal. For steal.
absolutely. And you know what? I'm going to make an outlandish statement here. I reckon this is his week.
He's weak to
This
go
is this is his week to go sub 100.
under 100. Yeah, I hope
Yep.
so. Because I'm on the fence whether I'm going to do one trade or two.
Yeah.
Um, One, I'm definitely going to get rid of Smith. I can't trust him anymore. I thought he was going to
Mm,
be a good pick. That's my bad.
yeah.
But I've got the money to
With
sort of get
Trelaw not
someone.
in the side, with Dunkley not in the side, you'd
Hmm.
think it'd be Smith, but it's just not.
That's
It's a
that's what I
shame.
thought. That's 100% what I thought. With all his out sort of
Yeah,
thing, he's the one getting time. But no,
yeah,
there's a few people I'm thinking of as well. I
yep,
wouldn't mind getting Neil just to see if he's going to go.
yep,
But the one thing about that is where I think we're both not too sure if he's actually going to get tagged or not.
agreed. Yep,
Now, we assumed he would because it's O'Connor and he can almost tag anyone. But
yep,
the issue is he never tagged any of the Bulldogs players last week.
mm,
So Bont had a great game. Usually he would tag Bont, so he just moves to the forward and you don't have to worry about sort of him. Libba's getting a lot of the tags, but he didn't get tagged. He still scored 126.
yep,
McRae didn't get tagged. He just had bad disposal efficiency and all that sort of stuff, and just some clangers and stuff like that in there. That's why he scored sub 100.
yep,
Um, if you're one of the people who don't have McRae at the moment, which is what is it? If you're one of the 48% of teams who don't have McRae, start counting your money because he's going to be cheap soon.
Absolutely.
Because he just needs another game of like 100. If he hits his 100, he's going to lose 20k. And he's still going to have a massive break even. Obviously, it's not worth getting rid of McRae or anything like that.
No way.
But Bont's interesting. Bont's very interesting because I wouldn't mind finishing the year with him.
Yeah, I think he needs to be in your finishing team.
Yeah,
in my opinion. Like, I thought I could go the whole year without him, and probably up until now, actually. Like, honestly, you've kind of probably just changed my mind. I need to get him in somehow.
Yeah, and I think
if it's sacrificing someone, not like getting someone not like Dunkley, so be it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact that Dunkley's coming back as well, round 18, is very interesting. Because you'll get people that will just go for it and just pick it up. And I'm one of those people that is debating it. Because I have got sort of the money there. And I can get rid of like two of my two players that are worth, say, 250 each. That's 500, 600. I've got enough money to do it, sort of thing. Obviously, I'll still make money and all that sort of stuff. I can do it. Even if I have to get rid of Heaney for him. I can do it. But it's whether or not I want to take that risk. He's coming back from an injury. Is he going to be 100%? Is he back doing
to get going?
Yeah. Is he back doing physical contact at the moment, or is he still sort of playing off that? And that's all going to take into effect and all that sort of shitty score. Right now, I'm going to hold off of him and see how his first game goes. If he kills it, he's obviously going to jump up a lot of price, but he may honestly be worth it. He's a lot of the time it's worth it just for that, just to have that forward score, option there anyway. Actually, that being said, because I brought
another thing that I'm going to throw up in the air here as well. Yeah. Will they put him in cotton wool? Because you guys are obviously definitely going to make finals.
Yeah.
Are they going to put him in cotton wool, or are you guys obviously like going to go for that top 4 spot?
Exactly.
Because obviously it's getting really close up there now, so it's going to be interesting.
If we just have a quick look at the ladder real quick. We can't afford to lose too many more. If we lose one, we'll be third, and if Brisbane beats Geelong, that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because we'll only be up top with percentage, even if we lose two.
Potentially as well. If Port beats Sydney,
we could
got good percentage, but
we got very good percentage. So whatever points we score, will most likely be on top. Considering, we'll be on top regardless of whatever points we score, sort of thing. But I think right now we're just sort of. Honestly, I think we're just cruising too much. We need to go back and have another winning streak, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I love how most of the top 8 teams are playing each other this week.
Yeah, that is very good as well.
Except Melbourne. Melbourne's not playing a top 8 side, but Essendon aren't too far out. And obviously,
I'm actually starting to rate a bit more Essendon side after the huge win again. Or not even a huge win, but the players were alright.
Obviously, not a big fan of Essendon because I'm obviously a Collingwood supporter. And one of our biggest rivals, but I like how been impressive.
Yeah, I liked how some of their players scored.
Yeah.
And actually, that being said, before we move on to trades, you're thinking of picking up a Essendon player.
Oh, absolutely. I've been on his train all year, and it's taken me this long to pick him up. But finally, I'm actually going to bring him in.
That's right. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about your trades?
Absolutely. So I am going to bring in Nick Hine this week.
Yep.
After his 136 on the week, and I was actually watching him very closely as well. He just gets so much of that ball, and you know what? Essendon are honestly laughing with this pick.
Yeah,
I rate him over Sard. My goodness me.
Oh, I was talking to my work mates about it, and it was like I think Essendon killed that trade sort of period as well.
They won that trade 100%, 100%. Because Hind was playing forward at St Kilda, and he wasn't as dominant.
Yeah,
like he's using all his attributes at Essendon. It's suiting their game. And
honestly, a better team as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Which affects a lot of things. Which affects a lot of it.
Yeah. They're an up and coming side. Essendon. So really good pickup by them. And honestly, I love the pick of Nick Hine. So
480 is not a bad price. Obviously, if you picked him up at the start of the year for whatever price he was at the start, that could have been a huge huge pick sort
Yeah,
of thing.
you'd be laughing, honestly. You'd be laughing because he's a keeper now.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly, easily.
Yeah, yeah.
The other, well, you're just thinking about the one trade this week.
So no, sorry, I'm going through the other one. The
Actually,
other one
yeah,
was
go through your trades. Go through your trades.
yeah, that's all right. So it was going to be Jath and sorry, the other one's just escaped me. Jath and Atkins. That's right. Jath
Okay.
and Atkins out. So it was obviously Atkins. I was just going to straight swap with Hind.
Yep.
Jath out. Was going to put Bianco up in my defense.
Yep.
And I was going to bring in Luke
Edwards.
Edwards. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure it is. Yeah, Luke Edwards from West Coast, who hopefully will be getting a third game this week against your boys.
Yeah.
Averaging 79.5. So he's going to be a massive trade target for a lot of people this week.
I definitely like the pick. The only reason why I'm not going for him is because, one, I don't need another player in my midfield sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because the next person I'm going to get rid of is going to be Cripps, and I can't bank that on the fact that Josh Kelly may be out or may still be playing.
Yeah.
Should know a bit more on tomorrow night, actually.
Yeah.
At least we might know if he's going to be at least named or anything like that.
Well, it's going to be interesting because you'd expect him to be named on the field.
Yeah.
At least if he's playing.
And if he's named, not like as an as an emergency, I'd be like very worried. I'd just be like, oh, he's not gonna play, sort of thing. There's no way
100%.
or anything like that.
Agreed.
That's the reason why I'm not bringing him in.
Yeah.
And the other reason, it's because I don't have much trades left. I don't need anyone else to make any more money as well. Because I'm not going to be trading him out at the end of the year as well. So I'll only be picking him up if he's going to be almost like a backup for any of my sort of players that are not going to be in.
Yep.
But that also being said, I do have 9 premiums on the field. And I was looking at getting Neil for Bailey Smith, and also as a little cheeky upgrade as well, Cripps for Lions, which I might do. I might not. I might do. This is all based in Lions as a VC. This is all based on me seeing if Neil's going to get tagged or not. And if he's going to get tagged, I will... I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
And this is also based on the fact that Kelly is not playing as well. I'm not down a premium this week and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm gonna suggest to you, Kieran, or put forward to you.
Yep.
Play devil's advocate.
Yes.
If I must, if Kelly's playing,
Yep.
what are you gonna do?
Okay, here's the thing. If Kelly's playing, and I know 100% that one of these two players aren't playing,
Yeah.
I was honestly thinking about chucking Neil on the bench as a emergency.
Okay.
And then if he scores 150, and I know for a fact Bianco's not playing, I will then swap Kelly back out for Neil's score.
Yep.
If I know for a fact, and then if I know for a fact, the other thing is if these two players are definitely in, it looks like Newcomb's playing as well, and Bianco, I think you need him to play anyway.
In my opinion, he's in for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
so...
and that's how I see it as well. That's why I can't sort of trust having
And then we've actually just re-signed him as well.
Okay, so, there you go. Yeah. That's why I can't sort of trust. Because the other thing is, one of these could be selected as emergencies and then put in the team late. Which could happen with Hawthorn and Newcomb. But I think what's his name said that is Newcomb's definitely going to be in. Like even though he had a subpar game last week, he's definitely going to be in.
Okay.
But long story short, I'm most likely going to have Kelly on the bench this week.
Because he's kind of got an injury.
He's kind of got an injury, and you can obviously be sort of fine for the game, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one because the two players I want to get are from Brisbane Lions. Yep. The other side of that sort of story is if I only get one of them, I'll most likely get Neil, half because it's cheaper, half because I like the potential there. And coming off a huge win as well. Which we've seen before, to be honest, but that's all right. And the other thing to note, which I actually find funny, is Neil's had 2 games over 100, and they're both two games of 150, and he's averaging 100, 102. And he's only had 2 games over 100. That to me is fun. That to me is funny. But if I do make the one trade, And I don't bring Lions in. Lions is more of like a safe choice because I know he plays well regardless if anyone Zorko's in and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Um, that's pretty much going to be it. And if I'll have Cripps on the bench and Kelly comes in if he's playing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel a bit more safer with that.
Absolutely.
And before anyone asks why do I have a ninth midfielder as well, I'm most likely going to get rid of CJ depending on how consistent he is and then move Laird back up. So I only have the one, and then I'll honestly grab someone who's not going to play like that 8 and 5 sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I can have that sort of loophole there.
Yeah, for sure.
If I need to. And that also frees up so much more cash to upgrade my forwards as well. Because the forwards is the only thing that's sort of not really letting me down, but that I've got 2 rookies sort of in. I can't sort of trust them.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is I hope that Waterman doesn't play so I can do a little loophole with Coleman Jones as well.
Yeah.
And see if he's going to just sort of see what he scores sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll see. I should know, when is this in play? Yeah, I should know by tonight if he's going to be playing or not.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Tomorrow night, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm on the fence. I may not bring in Lions. I just like him because he's averaged so well this year, and it's hard to sort of ignore him at 6'10".
Yeah,
but it is a premium price for that player, and if he just has that one bad game and it's just a waste of trade sort of thing.
Yeah.
But right now I'm going to keep it like this.
Yeah.
If Kelly's playing, I'm going to keep him on. If Kelly's not playing, or if he's a bit like yes or no, I've got the option there. He's playing before. Kelly's playing before, and I've got the option to sort of trade him in or out and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, I will say this. I will say my vice captain is going to be Neil.
Interesting.
And I love the gamble on that. The captaincy, I'm honestly going to go Gorn. I don't know how he's going to go against Draper, but I like the... I'm sort of like... What's it called? Relying so much on Neil to do the heavy lifting for this week and just pray that he's not going to get tagged.
Yeah.
Because I can obviously go... what's his name? Lions over Neil right now. Which is probably a safer choice. But if Neil's back to how he was playing last year, I'd like I'd like to get him for 570, sort of thing.
Absolutely, for sure.
But yeah,
my choice is this week.
Yep.
I'm actually I'm classing this as a gamble, but
He's
my boy, and he's my boy.
Yeah.
VCing Brody, my boy. Like I said,
Brody yeah.
Grundy. Look, he's having a couple of weeks on the sidelines. You know what, Kieran, I'm going to start trusting my gut.
Yep.
Okay. I've got a gut feeling about Grundy this week.
Okay.
I'm going to say 130 plus.
No, I actually love your gut as well. I'm actually tempted to put a VC on him. I'm actually very tempted to put a VC on him. Because do you reckon if he was all right and Collingwood playing, do you reckon he would have played last week?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only reason why he didn't play last week is he was just a little bit. He just wasn't quite right. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, that and Collingwood didn't have a game last week.
Yeah, correct.
But
we had a bye the week before.
Week before, yeah. But yeah. If all I want to know is that if they were playing last week, if they didn't have a bye, if he would have been in.
I think
and if you're saying yes, then I'm saying I feel a bit more happy to say to have him as a VC.
Yeah. We're playing them at Marvel as well. I don't know. Like I said, I've got a gut feeling about Grundy this week. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, that's enough about my boy.
Actually, just before you go on, your gut feeling was the reason why I swapped Zeeble for Oliver the game before he scored. The day before he scored 200 points, and I had him as captain. I'm gonna trust your gut on this.
That's my call of the century, Kieran. I'm not gonna make a call like that for another century, mate. I won't ever be on this earth.
Mate, if Grundy scores 200, you'll have 2 calls of the century.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Sion Gorn. I was a bit worried actually because I'm not going to put the Sion Gorn. Then I realized I had the Sion Gorn. He's going to be up against Draper, which is going to be a very interesting matchup for him. But yeah, I'm going to back the bearded man in.
Yeah. I think he's going to be safe anyway.
I think the 2 ruckmen are due. The 2 ruckmen are due for a good game.
Yeah. Actually, here's a question to sort of ask you. Do you
Yeah,
reckon next season you'll still have the same two ruckmen, or is it due to pick someone else?
they're both in their prime.
Yeah,
I reckon they've both still got a couple of seasons.
done. I just want to know because
I think they've both still got a couple of seasons left in them, sorry, I should say.
I'll bring this
Um,
up because Nat Newey's now worth more than Grundy. Not that he's average or
yeah.
anything like that.
So he'd be worth more than Gorn then as well.
Yeah, I think so. Give me one sec. Sort by. By the way, Stringer, if you think he's a premium, bring him in. If not, don't worry about him. Honestly,
29. He had 29 touches and kicked four.
yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. He's now worth both. He's now the highest head ruck, but he's not the highest averaging.
See, the only thing I don't like with Nick Nat and why I don't pick him is because he's always playing limited game time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the reason why I've never brought him in because I've always thought about this. He'll score 100 at 50% on ground,
Yeah.
and if he's going like 60-70%, like he should sort of be, he'll
Yeah.
easily score 120, and I would have him over say Grundy or Gorn. That would be the bigger
Yeah.
toss up if I'm going to pick Grundy or Gorn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Agreed.
the major thing is if I pick um, Zorko or sorry, not Zorko, Lions or Neil this week. I like Neil because he's cheaper.
Yeah.
Lions probably safer because he scores well with everyone on the team, sort of thing.
Mm.
Now that Zorko's back, is he going to affect anyone's scores?
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I will. I will keep Kelly here, even though it projects Kelly as scoring 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23-19 most likely with actually
Yeah.
it would be 23-40 or something like that if I have Kelly on my team. If he
Correct.
hits his projection.
Yep.
But honestly, I'm only going to keep Cripps just for cash to see if how cheap I can get Bont basically.
Yeah.
And if I have to do 2-3 trades to get Bont, if I have to do 2 trades to get Bont, including Cripps, I'll most likely get him.
Yeah. It'd be hard to pass up.
Yeah. Actually, that being said, it would be Cripps and CJ that I'll get rid of to bring Laird up and to get literally anyone I want.
You'll easily
Have a name and I'll get him, basically. But I'm actually liking the fact that I've got I've got bench cover.
Yeah. That's
So,
so
for
good.
instance, if Kelly is out, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. You're set. Unlike me, I'm gonna have to play fucking Luke Edwards, who actually hasn't been scoring that bad, may I say?
He hasn't been scoring that bad. He's also only played 2 games.
Correct.
So,
We'll
yeah.
see what happens.
We'll see what happens. But I think that's... I'll just before we go, I just want to talk about a couple of forward choices I was thinking of. I like Danger, and I reckon Danger is probably going to score 140 this week. He's probably going to hit his break even. I don't doubt that,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't have anyone in my forward line that I want to get rid of to pick him up. Obviously, I
makes
can
it
get rid of
hard,
Heaney,
doesn't
I can get rid of Impey and stuff for him, but it's a bit more of a
Yeah.
gamble sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
See, after Impey's game, that's a tough one because I was thinking Impey to Danger.
well, I was going to get rid of Impey last week, and my workmate's like, nah, he's going to go good this week. He's like 100% he's going to go good. I'm like, all right, I'll trust you. 109, yeah, done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but yeah, I don't doubt Dangerfield's not going to score huge because if you look at his last couple of games, 146,
He's killed them.
and if he scores anything close to that, if he makes his break even, I would not be surprised. And if he does make his break even, I'm going to pick him up next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't doubt a lot of people won't be picking him up next week, sort of thing as well.
Yeah, for sure.
The other couple of players I wanted to talk about, which for my forward line is Rowan Marshall. Rowan Marshall,
Yep.
who is going to be very cheap in a couple of weeks. And honestly, could potentially be good. I just want to see how he plays this week, if he's in. Because I think he's saying he might be in.
Yeah, I think he's back.
Yeah, and if he's back, I'm just hoping to see how sort of good he's sort of gone. If you get rid of some of his scores, he's got a couple of hundreds in there. If he can stay doing that, I'll be happy. But for under 500, I'll be happy to get Royal Marshall. And honestly, I'll be happy to get Dangerfield for under 100 as well. And my other option I was thinking about, if I wanted to bring him sooner or later, is Bolton. I reckon he's got a good run home, and he should go well, sort of thing.
Mm.
And at this price, he's probably a decent time to get him. As long as
Yeah.
you hope that he doesn't hit under 90 this week or anything like that, which it looks like he probably won't. I think he's only
Yeah.
had one game underneath that. What's that one? I can't find it. But yeah, I think he's only had one game underneath the 80, and that's a 29, and that's the reason why he's averaging under 100.
Yeah.
And I don't see him doing that anytime soon. I reckon it's a
Yeah.
good, consistent pick. If say you don't want to trust Danger, you don't want to trust Marshall, I reckon he's next best thing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I might do one trade this week. Now looking at it, I'll grab Neil. I'll keep Cripps on. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Because I want to fix up my forward line. I'm going to need the trades to do that. So I'm going to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm
Sleep
happy.
on it, mate. Sleep on it.
Yeah,
like we always
exactly.
say.
Yeah, exactly. But that's right. That's my team for this week. I'm happy.
Nice.
I'm happy.
Yeah. So you should be.
But
You're in a good spot, mate. You're in a really good spot.
Yeah, I just hope Haynes goes back to. I think they were saying he's gone back to his role from last year.
Yeah.
And if Ash isn't in taking the kick out, Cummings going to score 110 every week.
Mm.
I'll be a lot more happy with those two. The only ones I'm not too sure about is Daniel and Ridley, how they're going to score. I hope Ridley's back, because if he's back, he's going to be scoring 130s every week.
Yeah.
And CJ, I'm not too fast. I just need him to score another couple of decent scores, and then I can get rid of him, sort of thing. Only because I want Laird to come up, because the midfield's where the money's at.
Yeah.
But
sure.
yeah, that's right. We'll leave it as that.
That's us for another week.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Enjoy. Bye.